Right, hello everyone. On my first episode, I did say I'll be back in a couple of days. It's been a couple of weeks now, and the way it's foul, I'm actually wearing the same T-shirt. That's not a great start, is it? I do have more than one T-shirt, I promise. One thing after another just popped up, and trying to get a video in has just become impossible. But I've actually stayed behind work today, so if you do hear a background noise, that is the server running. So I'm not sure if it will pick it up, but it probably will, just a little bit. So at the end of the last video, I said I'm going to discuss how I become a Browns fan. So after the Browns went 1-15, at the end of that season, I thought I'm going to support the team who had the worst record. I mean, why not? Everyone loves an underdog story. If they do become good, no one can say I jumped on the bandwagon. And surely things can only get better from 1-15. Well, it didn't take too long to find out that actually no, they can get worse than 1-15 because they went 0-16. So that was a bit. I was maybe thinking, what's wrong here? There's something they cursed or what's going wrong? But anyway, after they went 0-16, obviously they had a couple of draft picks in the top 10. The one pick, they took Baker obviously and took Denzel Ward with, I think it was the 5th pick, or the 4th. And that was a big talking point at the time, both of them. No one was expecting either of them to go in either of those positions, but Baker comes in, and obviously there was on Hard Knocks that off season, and he seemed to have a certain energy about him, which I really liked. I managed to catch a couple of his games in college. BT Sport actually show some of the college football here in the UK, so I managed to watch a few of his games. And I never thought he would be the number 1 overall pick. A lot of people thought it'd be Darnold going to the Browns. So they chose Baker, and somehow Hugh Jackson was still the coach. I don't know how that's happened, but he was 0-30. He was 1-31 in his first 2 seasons. I'm not sure anyone will ever keep their job after that sort of start ever again. And then lost the first few. Then when we played the Jets, Baker came in after Tyrod Taylor went down. And from then, it's just, he's brought this energy, this swagger about him. I love him. It was only fitting that when we took the lead against the Jets, he got the 2-point conversion, and love it. Ever since he came in, he's brought a swagger about him. It seems the team is uplifted. Everyone's carrying his confidence, and he's just bringing the energy. And the thing that sticks out with me last season would be when we played the Ravens last game of the season. They needed to win to get into the playoffs, and we were down by a couple of touchdowns at the half, and Baker was leading the comeback, and on the final drive, to me, it just felt like it was going to happen. And not many quarterbacks can give off that sort of feeling where you feel like they're going to do it. Aaron Rodgers, for one, when it's the clutch moments and he's on 3rd and 18 or something, no one's ever thinking he's not going to make it. Everyone's thinking it's inevitable, he's going to make this throw. And I had that sort of feeling with Baker in that game. I know they didn't win in the end, but to have that feeling about someone says a lot about the player, in my opinion, because it seems like when he gets everyone rolling, everyone's hyped. Everyone's doing that 10% more. And with that, you can create something really special with a team. And he gets on really well with Freddie Kitchens, who's now the head coach. I'll be interested to see what sort of relationship they have this season. Obviously, he was the offensive coordinator last season. And see if they have that same relationship going through this season. But everyone responds to Baker's urgings, and he gets the offensive line pumped. They're the first people. he high fives and jumps on when we get a touchdown, and he celebrates every point like it means something. And I think that's quite important. I know some players don't celebrate as much, a few high fives here and there. The fact that he runs around going crazy, I actually really enjoy that because it shows that he cares. And yeah, I think under his leadership, even in the defence, they react to him. And I can imagine when it's in tight situations, they feel like he's not going to make a bad play. He's going to make the right play and he's going to make something happen. And that's a great confidence to have. I mean, the quarterbacks in the last few years for the Browns have not been great at all. I mean, there's been countless numbers of them since I've been following the NFL, let alone in the last 10 years. So to have someone like this who can really put the franchise on his back and lead this franchise to hopefully this season, the playoffs, it'd be a great achievement, and I think he deserves all the plaudits. And he's on his rookie contract, so hopefully over the next 2-3 years, Dorsey can bring us some great free agents. I mean, traded for Odell Beckham over the summer. That's going to be great to see him on one side, Landry on the other. And that offense, it's got all the pieces to be successful this season. Except from the offensive line, which is a bit of a struggle. Obviously got some young guys in there, got a couple of old heads in there, but if the offensive line can be top 15, I feel like this team can go a long way, because that defense is legit. That's scary. Myles Garrett, woo! He's a beast. Watching him, I remember watching one game, I think it was when he was at Texas A&M, and I was thinking, this just looks like a men against boys, and obviously went on to become #1 pick, and he is the star on that Browns defense. I've seen a lot of pundits picking him for Defensive Player of the Year. In previous seasons, the Browns have always been losing games, so the teams can go run heavy, can't really affect the game as much. But if the Browns are in the front and they're leading by 10, 14 points and the opposition have got a throw, that's just going to give him free rein to attack that passer. And yeah, I feel like with Myles Garrett at the front, obviously Denzel Ward on the cornerback, I like Greedy Williams, who drafted, got Avery, got Kirksey, but yeah, Olivier Vernon's just come through. I mean, he could be a massive player on the other side of Myles Garrett. If someone's going to have to get double teamed, and pick your poison with those two. But yeah, so yeah, how I become a Browns fan? Basically, picked the worst team after the 2016 season. Didn't think it'd get any worse. Did get worse, but now it looks like it's going upwards. Yeah, so hopefully I'll try and get another video out in the next day or two, because obviously the season's starting now and I'm running behind schedule here a bit, to be honest. So I'm going to speak about the upcoming Browns season, how I feel like they're going to do in the division. Will they make the playoffs or not? I don't know, maybe they will. Hopefully they will. But yeah, if you've got any questions for the next video, any questions about any of the teams in the NFL, I'd be more than happy to help out, answer. I can't really help you out, I don't really know that much, but yeah, if you've got any questions, I will answer them. And yeah, so hopefully get one out the next day or two, and we'll go from there, really. Peace out.